Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another episode with iTrack. Appreciate you guys for tapping in yet again like you always do. If this is your first time here, what we like to do is take a look at the most interesting and creepy TikToks and kind of evaluate for ourselves whether these are fact or fake. If you haven't already, go and smash that like button for me. Smash that subscribe button and join the iTrack fam. And without any further ado, let's just jump right into it.
TikTok, I really need your help with this one. I was cooking some spinach and one of the leaves just started inflating, and I'm not sure if that's supposed to happen. It kind of looks like plastic. Can somebody tell me what that is?
There is broken glass in my chicken. I was trimming this chicken that I got from Aldi, and look at this glass right here. Look at this glass over here. This is not ice. This is glass. It is hard, shattery glass. Aldi, please explain why there is glass in this chicken. Are you kidding me? Glass?
Y'all, please be careful out here. I purchased this Kraft block cheese from Walmart today to make some homemade macaroni. As you can see, the more heat, the cheese will not melt. Whatever chemical this is, or whatever so-called chemical cheese base this is from Kraft, this is not no cheese. It turned like hard clay or plastic or whatever it's called. This is not cheese at all. I purchased that Kraft block cheese from Walmart. Y'all, please be careful out here. As you can see, the cheese just turned like little stones or little rocks or whatever. Y'all, please be careful. This is not cheese. This is Kraft purchase from Walmart. Block cheese. Y'all, please be careful out here. Look, it's ridiculous.
Aldi and Walmart probably don't have the best meats. Also, everybody with these foods, I mean, I don't hear them saying, oh, I'm not eating this or I'm throwing this away.
The trees, if there's an insect that is on that tree, based on the insect's saliva, the tree can tell what kind of insect it is, and then it will release a chemical into the air that would draw the predator of that insect to the tree.
That's the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life.
It will also release a chemical in the air to alert the other trees in the area.
Yeah.
And so when that insect goes to the other trees, they've already been alerted, and they've changed the taste of their leaves so that when the insect bites it, it doesn't like it.
That is insane.
This is real science.
Shut up.
It's hard to dismiss the fact that that cat was looking at something. That cat was definitely in the middle of being terrified.
Billionaire who's reversing his age just traveled to a remote island to undergo a procedure he hopes will make him live forever. 46-year-old Brian Johnson has been fixated on reversing his biological age for years and spends around $2 million a year to do so. He's done everything from taking blood and plasma infusions directly from his teenage son to shock therapy on his downstairs member. But now he's revealed he just traveled to a remote island to undergo an extreme medical procedure that's not FDA approved in the US. He's now officially a genetically enhanced human because he just edited his DNA with this new gene therapy procedure. When this gene therapy was conducted on mice, they lived 30% longer, and Brian believes it will work on him too. Right now, Brian says every 12 months that pass, he only ages 7.6 months, and he's turned back his clock 5 years since starting his reverse aging process. Brian believes this procedure he just underwent could change the future of humanity and allow humans to go above the 120-year-old ceiling we currently have.
Now that might actually be really cool. I mean, imagine how smart you would be, how rich you would be, how many more second chances you would get if you could live to about 128. That's pretty amazing.
This cat that want to be a part of the rap game so bad, man. He looked like he would kill his mama to get a hit record. Rick Ross signed this guy on YouTube. And when Rick Ross signed that dude, man, as wicked as Rick Ross is, now you know Rick Ross is wicked as hell. He did not want to sign that brother. When that dude signed that contract with Rick Ross and Shoemaker hit it right on the point. He looked at that contract, man. He just shook his head, but you can see in his eyes. He just had a look where all bets are off. Like, damn, another brother gone. You see what I'm saying? But them demons got to be fed, man.
They got him.
He has to do it. He has to feed the demons, meaning he got to keep signing. He got to find people who's vulnerable and dumb enough to want to sell their. Once you get into the world of Hollywood, you have to keep initiating. Why you think P. Diddy keep bringing out new people? He gonna help him. He gonna give him one song and he gonna get rid of him. Where's Danny Kane at? You can't be that successful. You can't be that successful and not be a part of their brotherhood. If they didn't follow the rituals, they could not get airplay. Did you know that? If they didn't have the right executives them off and in return popping them in they couldn't sell records because the music business is a force, man.
I forget how I went to shoot for this magazine and like the photographer, he was just like trying to get close to me. Like, yeah, you want to get in this magazine? Then he put his out. I was so mad. And it's just like, this is crazy.
How do you handle it?
I'm bugging. You know what? I'm out. And you know what's so crazy? I told the magazine owner, and he just looked at me like, so?
They don't care, but they know what's happening. They know what's happening, so they can't say nothing.
I never saw that interview before, so that's definitely an interesting insight, but we know what's going on.
There's a guy who can disprove AI in 3 quick points.
3 things. AI is not real. The thing that people call AI is not AI, and people need to shut up about it because people in the future are going to think we're stupid. You can't have artificial intelligence. If it's intelligent, it can't be artificial. If it's artificial, it can't be intelligent. The thing that we have is algorithmic learning. That's not artificial intelligence. That's Googling things really quickly. Computers aren't smart, they're quick. You ask a computer to write a cowboy movie script, it can only do that because it can Google other cowboy movie scripts and then just really quickly put them all together and give you something that looks like them. Wow. It couldn't make a cowboy script if no one else had done it before.
Yeah.
AI is not going to end the world. AI is not going to save the world.
Preach it.
AI is going to slowly die out, and then in 1,000 years, if people are still around, they're going to laugh at us for believing in it like we do to people in the past.
Isn't that what humans do? Like humans do this, what he just said Google's doing, like Google goes and searches for all this stuff that you're searching for. That's what a human brain does.
That's definitely interesting. I like his perspective. Let me know what you think about his definition of what AI is.
Y'all, I think I know what CERN was doing while this eclipse was happening. Do you see this? There is so many different videos and footage of demons flying by the sun. I'm about to show you another one in a minute. I'm gonna slow it down right here. And then there was this one. And there's so many more. And if y'all really don't want to act like demons don't exist, there was a rumor that CERN was haunted after their first time powering up. And as of lately, they say they found a 4D ghost in the CERN particle accelerator. AKA, they found a demon, another entity above our dimension. For anybody saying it's a rocket, you are completely fooling yourself. You are fooling yourself. And here is that one going back and forth. Look at that. That is insane, y'all. So does anyone want to tell me what all these demons were doing? Maybe this is why they brought up the demon face thing on the news.
Aliens? They've always been here. There are forces that are not human, that do exist in a spiritual realm of some kind, that we cannot see, and that when you think about it, sort of make you think we live in an ant farm. That is real, okay?
The thing that struck me most about the interview is that Carlson is saying, I kind of got what's going on, and I don't want to know anymore.
And I've actually stopped gathering string on, as we say in reporting, stopped gathering string in this, gathering information, because I'm satisfied that I know enough, and I don't really want to know that much more.
Excuse me, you're a bloody journalist. You're supposed to be now an alternative journalist. Of course you want to know. What's the first thing, if you were a proper journalist and you came across this information, what's the first thing you'd do? You'd look at who's been saying this, in my case since the 1990s, and you'd say, hey, you come on my show with its massive audience, tell us what you found. What's your view of what's going on? That's what you do. But it doesn't happen, as it doesn't happen with Rogan either. There has to be a reason for that. One of the things that I've been pointing out over the decades is how, if you look at religions and if you look at ancient cultures and tribal legends and accounts, there is an absolute common theme between them.
Yep.
And that is that a non-human force operating from the hidden is manipulating human society. It's a very compelling, coordinated agreement between what is otherwise a disparate group of different groups and beliefs. Carlson, in this interview, is acknowledging that. It would be nice, actually, if any of them that speak about this in a mild way acknowledge the guy who's been saying this since 1996 and taken untold shit and abuse and ridicule for saying it.
Okay, so Tucker Carlson got scared and he's done looking into it. Now that says a lot.
I heard you say on Tasha K's platform, I heard you say that there's certain people that you can't necessarily put a hex on or curse.
Very small amount of people. Most people can be hexed.
Who are the people that cannot be hexed?
They're people that are living in their truth and they're actually connected to God in whatever way that is, consistently, constantly, and walking in that. Most people are not doing that. They're not doing that.
That's interesting.
This is very interesting right here.
That's interesting, but also true. It's like most people aren't living their true self. So she's making a great point.
I'm filming.
So I kept seeing this on TikTok, and I didn't think it would happen to me. But here we are with gummy strawberries. That they have juice, but they like rip.
These have been in the fridge for maybe 4 days now, 5 days.
This is a 4-day-old strawberry. Yep, no mold, just wrinkled up, and it rips almost like meat. This is disgusting. This is not a real, and it doesn't smell like a.
It smells like a strawberry gummy. Like it doesn't even smell like a real strawberry.
It smells like artificial strawberry. We got these from Aldi's, which is the last place I thought would have something like this happen, but here we are. Disgusting. Yeah, we're not eating those.
You see, this is what I'm talking about. That little carton of strawberries was almost empty. So they came to this conclusion after they had got through the majority. I mean, I'm not saying that didn't look fake. That looked very strange. But what I'm also saying is I think we're a little too far gone and some people just don't care.
I was chief of disguise.
What all did that entail?
The office I worked in was like the Q in James Bond. We were the Q for the CIA and the intelligence community. So there were different parts of it. Whatever you needed, if you needed a bug, if you needed secret writing or a microdot or a concealment device or whatever you needed, you had to come to us and we'll put something together for you.
What's the most memorable moment from being in disguise for you?
There were a number of them, but one that has to stand out. I went to the White House and I briefed George H.W. Bush, the president at the time, while I was wearing a full face mask. So we're sitting like this close together and I'm telling him that I'm going to show him the best disguise that we have. And he's looking for a bag, like, where is it? I said, well, I'm wearing it and I'm going to take it off. And I reached to start taking it off and he said, stop. And he got up and he walked and he looked and he looked at it. He didn't know it was a mask. He wasn't sure what I was wearing. He sat back down. He said, okay. So I took it off and I was holding it up in the air so he could see it. My whole head. It had hair and a face and a neck.
So you could walk around as someone else?
Absolutely.
And that would be the disguise?
Absolutely.
So this is absolutely confirmed. So all the times you felt like, man, this can't be real, or this person looks strange, or something is up, you're probably right. And I'm probably right too, because I see it a lot. Hey, we just witnessed one person turn into like 3 or 4 different people. That is wild.
Another technique that we used with the masks was an operation called Blind Doggo. We had a couple getting ready to go to Moscow, and we asked them to buy a dog and take the dog with them. A very large dog, a particular dog. We went to our wig maker. We showed the wig maker a picture of the great big dog, and she made, not a wig, but she made a dog. Just a covering that looked like a dog that you could put in the back seat of a car, and it would look like your dog was asleep in the back seat. That couple would set a pattern of I don't know how often, but every so often, they would leave the embassy compound with their dog. And so the man at the gate would get used to seeing them go through the gate with their dog in the back seat. Not always asleep, sometimes asleep. And then when we needed operationally to move a person, that person would get in the car under the dog concealment and go through the gate, and the Millie man wouldn't blink twice. And that was a way to move a person around.
This is the head of Joe Biden's Economic Council.
The U.S. government can't go bankrupt because we can print our own money.
It obviously begs the question, why exactly are we borrowing in a currency that we print ourselves? I'm waiting for someone to stand up and say, why do we borrow our own currency in the first place?
Like you said, they print the dollar. So why does the government even borrow?
Well, again, some of this stuff gets, some of the language some of the language and concepts are just confusing.
Of course, he knows that even though it's confusing, you think he could explain how money works, right?
I mean, the government definitely prints money, and it definitely lends that money, which is why the government definitely prints money, and then it lends that money by selling bonds. Is that what they do?
Did he just ask the reporter how it actually works?
They sell bonds. Yeah, they sell bonds, right? So
Yeah, that's exactly what we do. That's exactly how money works.
They sell bonds, and people buy the bonds and lend them the money. Yeah, so a lot of times, at least to my ear with MMT, the language and the concepts can be kind of unnecessarily confusing, but there is no question that the government prints money, and then it uses that money to, I guess I can't really talk. I don't get it. I don't know what they're talking about. Like, because it's like
he doesn't understand how the government prints money and then spends it and how that's operational.
Explosion. The government clearly prints money. It does it all the time, and it clearly borrows. Otherwise, we wouldn't be having this debt and deficit conversation. So, I don't think there's anything confusing.
Why did he sound so lost? I mean, that had to have been a joke. Let me know if I'm the only one who didn't get the joke.
Okay, so I hope this reached the scientists on TikTok.
If you've seen the sun videos on TikTok, if you know, you know. So I had a little look myself. Right, there's the lens flare, yeah? So I'm zooming into the sun. There's the lens flare, yeah? I zoom in a bit more and look. What is that? Why has the lens flare got them little dots in it? Because isn't that reflecting the light source? But why is it so perfect? And I've zoomed in here. Look. If that's the original light source that's being reflected, why is it like that? Genuine question.
I might just send her a link to my channel because there's about 50 different explanations on my channel for sure.
Police can listen to your phone calls. If the police have obtained the appropriate court warrant, they can listen. Now, how do they do this? Police can use international mobile phone subscriber identity catchers to track your phone and to monitor your calls. But do not think it's only phones that they can listen into. They can also bug your house and your car. I dealt with a client who was charged with terrorism-related offences. During the course of the investigation, it became apparent that the police were relying on bugged information by way of his house and the car that he was travelling in. They were able to provide a transcript of the whole conversation in court.
This is the horrifying moment when a group of young people were fishing when they discovered that underneath the snow was the skeleton of a huge deer. They didn't understand why it got hooked. If I went alone, I probably wouldn't take it up.
Look at that cloud. Look, look.
Okay, so, look, listen to me. I'm sitting in my house, right? You see me make a video of somebody or something in the sun. It's a clear day.
I see it. It is so pretty.
What is it? I remind you all, right? Don't keep too much of meditation on what's going on up there. You just take a peek. I'm sorry.
You get the
pray about something to get it ready before the X-form. Too late to pray. Just a second, please. Once the map form, it's too late to pray. That's the end of everything, as I said before inside. That's the end. You ain't got no chance more to get nothing right.
Yeah, if you came into that cloud.
Look, look. Look on his phone. Look.
Put your glasses back on.
Look on his phone. Look.
I see it. You gotta put your glasses back on there.
Look. Oh, it's bright now.
It's bright now. It's a serious sign, brother. It's serious.
You gotta fold the entire.
Crashed UFO recovered by the U.S. military distorted space and time, leaving one investigator nauseous and disoriented. When he went in, he discovered it was much larger inside than out. They had a guy go into it, and it was the size of a football stadium.
Oh my gosh!
While the outside was only about 30 feet in diameter.
That's like the tent in Harry Potter.
Yeah, this is Mary. We're inside of Mary Poppins' bag right now.
Breaking news tonight, CBS News is confirming that the FDA has found evidence of the bird flu virus in grocery store milk, but expressed confidence that there is no threat to human health. The government agency said tests are being conducted to determine how well pasteurization works to reduce the risk of infectious bird flu in the milk supply.
Now that's all cap. I can't trust them.
It's a lot of stories about Drake, bro. Like if you a rapper and he go on your page and your girl a dime, he gonna tell you, let's make some music. He gonna fly you and your girl out under the guise you finna get a song with him. He gonna keep you preoccupied while he got your girl on a date. You never heard of this?
I've never heard of that.
Naomi Sharon. So look up Drake and Naomi Sharon, bro, because her man's name was Jamie, bro. Bro, Jamie, a good dude. Because him and her both was artists. And they was together 8 or 9 years. They had engaged in everything, bro. Bro, Drake flew them out. Took them out the country, private jet. Dude said he woke up, his girl not there. He go on her page, her and Drake in the gym working out. She had never came back to the hotel room. Engagement called off. She ended up being Drake's girl for a little while. He notorious for that, bro. That's why a lot of guys don't like him. If he see you with her, he hopping in that inbox. For sure, bro.
Damn.
He'll see you with your wife. The lady you love, boy, he finna try.
You know what? You can't even be mad at Drake. Because if you can bring your girl around Drake and she's still solid, she's a winner. But if she folds up like that chick did, then, hey, it sounds like he found out who he was dealing with.
So, we just seen this. Thought we'd share it with you guys. I've never seen anything like this in my life.
It's a real vivid circle rainbow around the sun, but then there's a second rainbow.
Yeah.
The video's probably not going to do it quite justice, but it's vivid, beautiful colors.
We're in Oregon, and it's Friday, June 13th at like 1:30 in the afternoon. But
that's a trip.
Yeah, phenomenal. Thought we'd share. Love you guys.
As soon as India sent that satellite to Mars and took a color image of Mars, the real color with the oceans and the water and everything of Mars, the director of NASA flew straight to India, and the next thing you know, about a month later, they're signing a deal. There's a whole press release about it, and they now put them under their umbrella. And the next thing you know, that image, they put something called false color on it, turned the whole thing red. Now, the newest image of Mars just got released. I have an image that I took with my Celestron telescope, and a new one just came out. This new image of Mars.
How long ago?
Just the other day.
Really?
They finally let somebody see what Mars really looks like. That's it right there.
Wow. What is all the blue supposed to be?
Water.
Really?
Guess what they just said about Mars recently? They said that the soil on Mars is better for growing crops than the soil on Earth.
Yeah, look at this, man.
Now that would explain why Elon is so focused on getting to Mars so quickly. Well, you guys, say that's another one in the books. I appreciate you guys, as usual, for stopping by and watching another one with me. If you haven't already, go ahead and smash that like button for me. Smash that subscribe button and join the iTrack fam, and I'll definitely catch you on the next one.